Hi everyone and welcome to a new tutorial. I was asked in the server a few times how to adjust models which we can sculpt, like when we have something like a crown or something, which is not actually being done with changing the form or anything, and how we do this. And I thought it might be a cool way to show you guys how you can easily do this in Blender with barely no pre-knowledge needed. So in our case, this is our crown. Since we don't have a Hrothgar female one, I will just edit here under metadata, Hrothgar female, save to TX, because I just have always like something running, doesn't matter if it's this or that. All right, and if we click now here on Hrothgar female, we can see that it's probably not the crown. Oh yeah, we are lucky. So if you're not lucky and there is no crown right here, you go up in there and wait until this loads and copy this path here. And then you go under Tool, Models, and then Copy Models. Copy From, because this is our female Midlander one. And then we go to Hrothgar female. And we are adding this here too. Grabbing it from here and adding it to copy to. As you can see, it will be copied to the destination root folder, and the model will be adjusted from Midlander female to Hrothgar female. So I copy the model, and this is where we can start with our thing. Because now it copies the model. It copies the model. It copies the model over. Oh my god! Sorry, it was a long day. And then just for a short check, I will go in here and I'm adding the model to the FMV, which I prepared with, I think, for Hrothgar phase 6 and any hair that I just grabbed. And if I go now here and add this to the FMV, we can see it doesn't look this bad, but it clips and it kind of clips into the ear. So we definitely should adjust this a bit. This is what we are gonna do. So I'm saving this as FBX, nothing else, just basically calling this crown Hrothgar female test. And just making sure that I'm clicking here on the small, can you see it? No, because I'm in the way. Basically clicking here the small folder and then copying here the address. Let me try if I can get somewhere where I don't hide anything. I think this is fine because we don't need anything from this area. All right, so I'm going here to File, Import, FBX. In here, I just copy in whatever I have. And now data modified, and then we have the female test FBX. Waiting until this is loading it in. Yeah, don't worry about my PC being slow today because he had a lot of work to do. So there's that. I'm hiding the bones with H. As you can see, I have also the screencast on, so whatever I'm typing, you can see directly in there. Going here to my FMV because I kind of want to reuse it how I have it here to fit it. I'm gonna remove the circlet, but the rest I can just export. Hrothgar, fitting, and text tools, mod packs for model, export. Waiting a moment, so we have already. All right, going in here, clicking import again, FBX. Now I go to my text tool, saved, full model, Hrothgar fitting, and I can just import this as well. Once again, clicking on the bones, hiding it because we don't need them right now. If this kind of thing annoys you or it's like bothering you, you can just click here on the hair, scroll down in the material. Oh no, now you actually need to see it. There we go. Now, if this kind of thing annoys you, you just go in here into the material tab and now go here to alpha clip or alpha hashed. And then it will look like this. Same for here. Alpha clip. And there we go. Now we can start the fitting. So moving myself again over here. I'm moving around a lot today. So in general, whenever you click on things, you're selecting them. If you hold shift and click something else, you are selecting them together. So when you want to move, for example, the crown, you move it without the stones like this. So what you have to do is click the stones and then click the crown. And now is the important part. If you click tab, you go into edit mode. Otherwise, you can also go in here and click edit mode. But I would really ensure you to use the tab because it's way easier. And as you can see now that I have everything selected, I can move it. If it's like this and you can't move anything, you just click A for selecting everything. Now you have G for moving it with the mouse. If you want to move it clearly up to the sides or down, you use G, Z for up. So this is the Z axis. You can use GX for right and left. And you can use GY. Let's go up here. GY for front and back. All right. So this is one important part. Otherwise, you can always move it like this. So G is moving. Then you have also rotating, which is R. And here applies the same. If I do RX, I can move it around the x-axis. If I use RY, I can tilt it. And if I use RZ, I can actually turn it around how I wish. Whenever you want to cancel an action without actually applying it, you hit escape. So in our case, I want to click A. Now I'm moving this a little bit up, actually using GZ. And this looks kind of nice, but it's still a little bit off. So when you hold the inner mouse wheel, you can just turn around. And what I would really tell you to use is this gizmo. In general, also if you hold shift and hold the middle mouse one, you can move around, like pan the camera. And if you click here on the small dots, you can move in an orthogonal view, which is also helping you whenever you want to rotate or tilt something, because then it does it in a perfectly clean 90-degree view. So I'm gonna, so we moved this up. Now I actually want to scale it, and scaling is pretty easy because scaling is simply just S. So I hit S and move my mouse to whatever I want. Hitting once again escape, so it moves back to where it was. And hoping that Blender doesn't die, like always. So I'm moving this a little bit more in, a little bit more down, like here. And now I go to the side and I'm gonna be like, okay, I want this a little bit more tilted, so I'm having it like this. And now basically I just click G and move it up here, maybe a little bit tighter again, bigger, sorry. I'm moving it up in GZ. And if you see, if I use GZ, but even if I don't look straight at it, it will follow directly the axis, so you can adjust it from wherever you want, and it will still be smooth. Gonna affect this a bit, like this. And I think this is fine. Yep, I like it. That looks cute. So of course, whenever you're going back into object mode and you want to move it again, don't forget, click, hold shift, so everything is selected, then tab, and then clicking A for moving everything at once. All right. I think this looks pretty cute. Of course, we can try to make it maybe a little bit bigger. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I think this is fine. Yep. And as you see, I didn't touch anything of the meshes in here. So I didn't rename anything. So when you are exporting this back into text tools, this will adjust perfectly just as it is with the textures, and it won't like try to adjust to any new things. Just make sure that before you are exporting it, to clean out the empties, those things, which are Blender issues. So delete hierarchy. So if you're wondering, click there, click on this one, hold shift, then right click and just delete hierarchy, and it's gone. Don't forget to turn on the bones again, otherwise they won't be exported. And then we can already export it. So once again, make sure that you open the nroot. You don't have to open until the green one, but this orange one definitely has to be there. So I'm clicking this one here, holding shift and clicking the very first one. And this is the thing that we are going to export. So I'm going here under export. And I'm going to call this test adjust. All right. And now important, I have my preset, but for you you can turn it on as this, which means selected objects. In here you hold armature, you click armature, hold shift, then click mesh. So only those two are selected. Transform, we have all local, -z, one up. Apply unit, use space transform. Geometry, important, apply modifiers. The rest you don't have to turn on. Definitely untick this if it's ticked, and this one you can just leave as it is. All right, so I'm exporting this. And now if I go back into text tools, I will load up here my new model, which is the adjusted. And I don't have to touch anything on this because we didn't do any renaming or anything. So as long as you have the thing in text tools, it will try to adjust it to the material setup that is already in here. So I'm gonna load model. Might maybe take a moment. I'm trying to move myself a little bit away again. There we go. All right. Let's see how this goes. Might take a bit because it's not such a small mod to get all the nice details and everything, especially on the bigger crown options. So it might take a moment. It's calculating. And then once we have this loaded in here, if you're wondering why this is still up, we are just using this here to check if the adjustments have been done. Oh my god, English, hard language. And there we go. Model import successfully, so we can close it. And then it's up here. And now I can go under more actions, add to FMV, and see how it looks. And there we go, perfectly as we adjusted it. This is of course just one use case for this, but the Blender shortcuts are very helpful. So if you want to do something that is not involving sculpting, but actually working with hard surface objects, which are things like objects or stuff that you basically can't bend in real life, like you can't bend a crown in real life, you shouldn't if you're wearing it. And this gives you a great opportunity to also not break any textures or normals and just have it basically work instantly in-game. So now I can pack this basically, or I can use the transaction method, and then I have it here. All right, that took 50 minutes. I think that's fine. So I hope this was helpful. I hope you can understand like the biggest steps of this. If you have any questions, you can either contact me over YouTube, in the Discord, over the Patreon, or well, in my DMs, which is basically Discord. But you know, so I'm saving this here fast, so I can actually pack this because I'm redoing the crown currently. And there we go. All right, guys, thank you very much for being with me here and have a lovely evening. Bye bye.